homies and brothers, they know that I love them. I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, you know how we on it. They know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that I'm on her. Got me excited, she know that I want her. Tell me your price, she want me to spoil her. She don't like rappers, she only ballers. This for the city, this for the boroughs. They saying that I'm the Tupac of my borough. We had to get it, we had to hustle. Couldn't just sit and watch our family struggle. See me outside, they know that I'm thorough. Never been weak, it had to be muscle.
If you're still clapping away before every game, there's another way to express yourself before and after a game in the city.
Here's a fast break on setting up your emotes for pre- and post-game lineup screens. Begin by opening up the main menu and choosing animations. In the animation store, visit park and rec intros and outros.
Here's where things get fun. Looking to hype things up with a dance? There are plenty to choose from, and new animations.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Berry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Highsmith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Dunn in at the small forward position. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building, plus you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now we get to find out.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Now here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And how about the handles from Bam? That's tough to guard.
And here are the Suns now. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
Very difficult to imagine it'll be much different this season. These teams still appear to be very closely matched, each with talent to be competitive, but not necessarily elite. Or recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Yeah, Adebayo getting it done from downtown.
Knocks it loose. To the paint. Here's Richards. Adebayo grabs the board. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. It's a three-point game. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Dunn, the pass to Booker. The shot by Dunn, no good.
They conceded the points to him, and he couldn't take advantage. That miss might stick with him.
The three from Mitchell drains the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim. He can defend in isolation. He can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And Mitchell with the slam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
That one goes. Count it. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The three. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. Hey, guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Phoenix calls timeout, coming off that win against the Sixers.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
The latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Heat, they've fallen down to the 3rd spot and are hoping to turn things back around.
You know, for Miami, they're on a roll, showing a lot of confidence in themselves. The fans are energized too. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Dunn, the pass to Booker.
Heat foul. Ware. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Booker gets double teamed. To the inside. To stop the drought. Here's Richards.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
Shot clock at 6. Goes up with it again. Beal.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Here's Highsmith. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, after getting swept in the first round last season, everyone around the league had a sense that changes were coming in Phoenix, and now a new coaching staff led by Arizona native Mike Budenholzer, but also finally getting point guards Tyus Jones and Monte Morris on value deals. They aim to do better this season, and guys, they have that talent with the big 3 of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Brad Beal.
Looking for a bit of redemption. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
They grab their own miss. Here's Durant on the take. The rebound by Ware. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. 4-3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Yeah, maybe he's not a high flyer, but Hero still loves to finish with power.
One minute left to play in the first. Durant against Adebayo. Outside Durant. They need this. Done outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Suns will go for a different look here. Plumlee's checked in for Richards. O'Neal comes in for Dunn. Allen, he's checked in for Beal. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Booker. Miami leading by 23. Mitchell with the ball. Durant covering. And that one's good. Mitchell for three. Mitchell's got 13 now.
They've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
2-second difference between shot and
Stay out of the way.
Wow.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Durant. Allen on the wing. It's deflected. Here's the break. With 4 on the clock. And Mitchell with the slam.
And really showing the athleticism. Flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity. Get inside. Move that ball around. Just make sure you score.
Davion Mitchell. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Miami. He was dominant this quarter. Scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this word. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Kevin Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's Tyus Jones. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Mitchell against Jones. Outside O'Neal. To the middle. Here's Durant. No good that time.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Robinson for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
The Suns have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Jaquez. Jumps up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Jaquez with an outstanding effort, not just night to night, but moment to moment.
Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time. And Duncan Robinson picks up 2.
Here's Jones. Still no points. Inside. Here's Allen. That one's off. Still out of sync. For Miami, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. Jaquez drives in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Strong drive by Jaquez. He plays with such a high motor.
And Phoenix has possession. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Jaquez. And that one is stuffed right through.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Plumlee. Miami grabs the miss.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Durant against Love. Down low. Here's Allen. Got a hand on it. Mitchell against Jones. This one for three. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist by Love.
3-point field goal.
Mitchell's got 8 here in this quarter.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's the break. Here's Jaquez. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Phoenix. And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Robinson with it. Durant covering. Robinson gets the bucket.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And at any level of basketball, the turnover differential can make all the difference.
Oh, ripped away. Here he goes. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Allen against Robinson. Jones, the pass to Allen. Knocked away. It's stolen by Love. Here's Jovic, defended by Jones. He drops it from range.
3-point.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Now here's Durant. He's guarded closely. Pass to Jones. Out of bounds. It'll be Heat ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Now Hero. He had 25 points in his last game. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hero's got 5.
and just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's Miami making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable and getting him out of rhythm. Back to the game after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about Miami as the game got going. They opened up the game knocking down shots and defending extremely well, going on a blazing 15-2 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Heat?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, they're not finding good shots, and that starts with their ball movement. Too much hero basketball. They need to sharpen up the attack. More motion, quick cuts, get the ball inside. There's nowhere they're coming back with that type of play.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Beal. No made baskets yet. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Duncan Robinson is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They double-team Beal. Got a piece of it. 4 on the clock. Shoots from 12, and he can't bank that one in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Robinson finds some space. And Miami again with the bucket.
And that's some progression for Duncan Robinson, just being able to score off the bounce.
Well, Brent, the reputation of Duncan Robinson is as a shooter, but he's added to his game.
A little bit, BA. It's still going to be shooter first, but Duncan doing a much better job of reading some of the double team in action coming at him to run him off the line. So that assist number, that's been growing.
Here's Ware. And he goes big with the dunk right over Kevin Durant.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Adebayo with it. Durant covering. Fast break Miami. Adebayo passes to Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Here's Highsmith for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
We see it happen again. They give the ball away, and it immediately hurts them.
Robinson with a double. Done. The pass to Durant. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat.
Miami ball.
A moment here to see the numbers for Tyler Hero. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. The 3-ball. Pure from 3-point range.
3-point field goal.
Hero's got 8.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
And Booker gets double teamed. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. The Heat in 5th.
This was a good group of free throw shooters last year, something they really worked on in practice. And sometimes that's the coaches calling for it, and oftentimes the players doing it by themselves.
Hero from way outside, beyond the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Knocked loose. Hero with it. Durant covering. Fast break Miami. He goes up. Oh, the coast-to-coast dunk.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Outside Durant. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game. Mitchell's checked in for Robinson.
In for the Heat, Davion Mitchell.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Now Booker, checked by Mitchell. Clock at 6. Booker no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Well, Grant, the Suns were swept in the first round last year. Are super teams a thing of the past, you think?
You know, perhaps, B.A. The Suns had KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal, but the constraints of the salary cap mean you end up a little top-heavy. The rest of the roster was tough for them to fill out.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Hero. He's all alone, and he jams it home with authority.
And you love it when you get out and just get an easy 2 like Tyler was able to do there.
Booker drawing the double. Up top, Richards. To end the drought. Highsmith grabs the board. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Here's Beal. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hero. And he dunks it down.
So fun when you make the right read on the break. And Hero did so there.
And here's Beal. Still without a bucket. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
They double-team Beal. Dunn outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Heat ball.
Miami ball.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Miami Heat. On Friday, they'll be playing against Russell Westbrook and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
A nice shot by Mitchell.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Heat ball.
Phoenix making some changes. Bowl, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Allen comes in for Beal. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Booker. Miami has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. Here's Highsmith. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Assisted by
Mitchell's got his fourth assist in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Phoenix ball.
And the Suns making a change here. O'Neal's checked in.
Royce O'Neal.
Set it up.
1:03 left to play in the third quarter here. Bull, the pass to Allen. Back to Bull. Now O'Neal. Adebayo with a steal. For the finish. And Adebayo slams it in.
And Bam catching in on the steal right now, doing it all himself.
Here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. That's tipped. Nabbing another steal. And that's his sixth steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And again, it's Miami converting.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And here we go, the Heat fast break. The pull-up jumper. And again, it's Miami converting.
They began the play with active defense, and they finished the play with active offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
And so it's Miami, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Royce O'Neal, Damian Lee out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's Bol in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And it's Phoenix's ball. On the break. And Mitchell with the slam.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
And these turnovers are backbreakers. He's really hurting this team with his mistakes.
Morris, he's checked in for the Suns. Anderson's checked in for Miami. Terry Rozier comes in for Mitchell. Rozier looking around. Gets the three ball to go. Rozier's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And how about the range? If you need someone to provide a spark, Rozier's the guy.
Count it. Good. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Miami?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
His first shot coming late. And there's another one for the Heat.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Stolen by Rozier. He tries for three. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Another turnover leads to another bucket at the other end.
And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
By himself. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Such a quick player. I mean, Rozier is a wizard in the open floor.
They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
Love for three. Drills it from deep. Love's got 5 points in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Lee on the wing. It's tipped. Larson with a rebound. And so here is Miami. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Pass to Anderson. Back to Adebayo. And here's Anderson. Here's Larson. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Morris with it, and that's Love picking him up defensively. Three-pointer Rozier. And again, Miami with a triple.
Running at every opportunity. They have a huge edge in transition points.
Outside O'Neal. It's stolen by Love. He launches a three. He buries it from three.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Name a shot, Rozier has mastered it. Terry's developed into a top-notch scoring guard.
Tipped.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Larson. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another three.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Morris passes to Lee. Back to Morris. They double him with Rozier. It's stolen by Love. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Yeah, you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
They just can't stop this run.
And honestly, the more empty trips they have, the more they feel the pressure.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Love.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
And the disparity in the talent. Was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Davion Mitchell.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Rebound by the Heat. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Adebayo from long range. And again, Miami with a triple.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Love. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.